National Commission for Persons with Disabilities, Ncpwd, presents a national conference for women with disabilities. 16 days of activism. This event is themed Unite, Invest to Reduce Gender-Based Violence Against Women and Girls with Disabilities. No woman is free until all women are free, as every action and effort counts. Urging every individual to play their role to end gender-based violence, every woman deserves safety, dignity, and equal rights regardless of their abilities and disabilities. As many women experience different forms of violence in the hands of their partner, lovers, caregivers, and people around them. Dr. Bashir Anyila Daudu, the chairman Disabilities Matters in the Federal House of Representatives as regard the 2023 World Disability Celebration, sent his message to the public as well, mentioned the law shouldn't just be on paper without any implementation, as it's their primary agenda in the 10th Assembly.
I think the disability community in Nigeria has come a long way from historic passage of this particular act. I think that's a sign that it's not just all gloomy, because now we have the act. The law is about rights primarily, and we are very glad that we have that, because we never had that before. Now, what is my message? I think to the person with disability, this is a different time. You are not alone. Your government is with you. Your government will stand with you, stand up for you to make sure that your lives are better, because the law has mandated government and the community to do better by you. To the civil society organizations, we are very grateful, and we want to thank you, Lord, for being there all this while, even before the law. Your advocacy, your persistence, your commitment, together with the community and your government, has brought this law. So it's my advice that you stay at it, you keep being a source of inspiration to us. Now, my message for the public at large is that when we're talking about inclusion for persons with disability, we're not talking about charity or favor. Now it's about rights. And more importantly, when we include everyone in the society is better off.
James Lalu, the Executive Secretary of People with Disability, spoke on the celebration of women with disabilities as they provide them with the necessary tools for the 16th day of activism, as the empowerment of women is important, and speaks on the distribution of items to different women with disabilities. The more they get empowered, the more they are free.
The National Commission for Persons with Disabilities is an agency established by the Discrimination Against Persons with Disabilities Prohibition Act 2018, tied with the mandate to enforce the provision of the law. We are ever committed to making sure that the law is properly enforced. As the 5-year moratorium period is ending on the 16th of January 2024, we are already strategizing, partnering with all the relevant partners, all the nation ministries, departments, and agencies that are relevant, as well as the security agencies, to make sure that proper enforcement starts. From our side, we are ever ready, already on ground. We want to use this opportunity to appreciate the maximum cooperation of the House of Representatives Committee on Disability for providing us with all the necessary moral support. The House Committee is doing everything possible to provide adequate funding support for the National Commission for Persons with Disabilities. And we are cooperating with this because they have already raised a lot of concern about the funding gap and the responsibilities that are there, and the enforcement. The enforcement is expected to be a nationwide issue, and we are expected to do everything possible within our ambit. The National Commission for Persons with Disabilities has a very positive partnership collaboration with the Nigeria Security and Civil Defense, as well as the Nigeria Police. And as we enter the 2024, a national committee on enforcement will emerge. The inauguration of this committee is expected to come up in the first week of January. That is immediately we will come back from the festive celebration, so that everybody will now know that the commission is ever ready to provide all of this. As well as we are here today for the celebration of our women with disabilities, we are marking the 16 days of activism for women generally. Women with disabilities cannot afford to be left behind. Therefore, the Commission remains ever committed to support our beautiful women with disabilities. We are providing them all the necessary funding support for the celebration of the 16 days of activism, and this will become our annual ritual. Every year, we are going to mark this day and celebrate with women with disabilities. As we see that the theme for this year, as selected by our women with disabilities, is about empowerment of women. Empowerment of women is one very important thing that we will remain committed as an institution. By tomorrow, a lot of women will receive sewing machine, a lot of women will receive hairdresser and other equipment that will be distributed tomorrow. We remain ever committed. Just recently, we shared POS machine to different women with disabilities. We will remain forever committed to doing this, to strengthen our women, because the more women are empowered, the more they are liberated, the more they are free. Fight against gender-based violence is something that is very, very necessary. No, any man that is full of himself that can go into fighting or slapping a woman or subjecting a woman to gender-based violence. We stand against this wholeheartedly, and we are calling for a total stoppage of this to grant our women with disabilities the free way to live freely within the society.
Patience Dixon, head Women Agenda National Commission for Persons with Disability, sends her message to the world as they celebrate the 16-day activism, while she speaks on the unique and specific issues women with disability faces. She also addresses the challenges.
The world is commemorating 16 days activism with the theme Invest to Prevent Gender-Based Violence Against Women and Girls. A take-home message will be women with disability should not be left behind. So the whole world is celebrating 16 days activism against gender-based violence for women and girls. So women and girls with disabilities also inclusive. We are here to bring out the unique, specific issues that have to do with women and also have to do with them, with us as women with disabilities. So these intersectional barriers or discrimination that we face as women with disability is the path that we want to bring into the fold, so that people, everybody will be aware that women with disabilities should not also be left behind. Access is very key, is one of the very key issues that we have. Access to infrastructure, access to health facilities, communication barriers is a big issue, especially for our deaf sisters and brothers as well. And then we also have issues with gender-based violence, spousal violence, emotional violence, bullying and all the sorts. And then we also have issues around sexual reproductive health and rights. So these are issues that is peculiar to women. But for women with disability, considering the barriers that they face because of their disability, we needed to also highlight that as well.
Reporting from Nigeria's state capital, Soibifa, Jack Ridge. Top Accolade News.